Let me guess, you're thinking of making a move to Kelowna, and you're thinking, all I need to do is pick the right neighborhood. But then suddenly, it's like, Wilden, do I need a lake? Lower Mission, do I need to buy permission? Rutland, Glenmore. And the overwhelm sinks in. Let me tell you, that's exactly where you go wrong. Okay, it's all good. Take a deep breath. My team and I, we've helped hundreds of people relocate to this beautiful region, and almost everyone feels that exact same amount of overwhelm. But the biggest mistake I see people make is to think that they need to know the neighborhood that they need to be in without understanding how the city works. That's why we use what I call the Kelowna clarity method. Because before you choose a neighborhood, you need clarity on how the city works, how you move through the city, and that type of daily rhythm you're looking for in a neighborhood. Because in fact, there's one neighborhood online that almost always looks like the obvious choice. But for many buyers who are relocating, once they understand the daily commute, it isn't the right fit. I'll explain what changes once they understand the commute and how it fits in their daily life. But first, we need to see and understand how the city actually flows. All right, now let's zoom out for a second. Kelowna is shaped by two things: Okanagan Lake, which influences how the city spreads east and west, and a north-south spine of roads that most daily driving revolves around. But before we get too granular and look at the individual neighborhoods, we're gonna break Kelowna down into simple, directional ways that actually helps you make decisions. First up, we have the downtown core. This is the most walkable, lake-adjacent part of the city. It's where Kelowna feels the most urban. Then we have North Kelowna. This includes everything north of downtown, including areas out by the airport and the university. Central Kelowna is the practical part of the middle city. It's got shopping, services, and some of the easiest commuting. East Kelowna is further inland. It's generally offering you more space, different price points, and some acreage options in there too. South Kelowna is like the lakeside area south of downtown, where lifestyle, beaches, and parks really come into play. Then we have the hillsides. These are newer neighborhoods built up into the hills. They're often a little bit more suburban and more view-oriented. Once you understand these 6 areas, it becomes so much easier to place those neighborhoods on a map. Now let's anchor ourselves with the use of landmarks that locals actually use. These are reference points people mention every day when they talk about where they live. First, we've got Okanagan Lake. This is the central landmark that shapes the entire city, and it divides West Kelowna and Kelowna. So if you're ever confused, ask yourself, am I closer to the lake or am I further inland? Next, we have the William R. Bennett Bridge, the main connection between downtown Kelowna and West Kelowna. Even if you're not living across the bridge, it's a huge reference point for traffic patterns and commute planning. Next, we have downtown. City Park, the marina. This is Kelowna's core. It's where the waterfront, restaurants, events, and services, they all converge together. And when people say downtown, this is what they mean. Next, we have Knox Mountain. And it's just north of downtown, and it's major for hiking, biking, and it's a visual anchor for orienting yourself on a map. Then we've got Orchard Park Mall. Honestly, one of the most common middle of town reference points that locals use. If someone says, I'm 5 minutes from Orchard Park, that tells you a lot. Next, we have the Capri Landmark District. Now, this is a growing hub that offers residential, offices, and mixed-use commercial space too, and it's growing. Now, this is an area that's becoming more important as Kelowna continues to densify. Then we have Pandosy Village. This is located just south of downtown along Lakeshore Road. It's where we've got shops, cafes, walkability, and probably one of the most lifestyle-focused areas in the city. Then we head over to Kelowna's International Airport and the UBCO campus area. This is located north of town and is growing in importance, especially with the recent expansion of our airport, which now has direct flights and more destinations than ever before. And that changes what people think about travel, convenience, and where they want to live. And then lastly, Big White. About 45 minutes east of Kelowna, a major lifestyle driver here. So whether you ski or not, it influences how some people choose where they want to live and how they want to spend their winters. So now let's talk about how people actually move through the city. If you're moving to Kelowna, you need to understand the major roadways because where you live feels very different depending on how you move through it. Highway 97, the main east-west and north-south artery, where most commercial services, big box stores, your daily errands, all those connect back to Highway 97. Outside of peak hours, it's quite efficient. During rush hour, it can shape your commute way more than you expect. We've got Springfield Road. This is a pretty primary east-west connector through central Kelowna. It links Rutland through central Kelowna and does go all the way down to Kelowna South and the lake. It often is less congested than Highway 97. Clement Avenue is a quieter parallel route, and it's just north of Highway 97. Locals use it to avoid congestion. Enterprise and Dilworth routes, well, they're central connectors. It can save you serious time. If you're near Dilworth or the Landmark Corridor, you're often just minutes from multiple parts of town, without relying solely on Highway 97. Next, we have Highway 33, and it heads southeast through Rutland towards Black Mountain and beyond. It connects back into the city, and it's also the route that takes you up to Big White. Glenmore Road, well, this is the primary access into Glenmore and North Glenmore. It connects back to Clement and Highway 97. It's also a major connector for UBCO and the airport. That accessibility, while still feeling residential, it's a big reason Glenmore remains so popular. And here's why I'm spending time on roads before we talk about neighborhoods. Because Kelowna, your commute reality shapes your lifestyle more than you think. When somebody tells me, I want something central, I want something quiet, I want more home for my budget, my next question is always, how do you move through the city every day? Because once you understand the roadways, the neighborhoods start to click. So here's the real question. What kind of rhythm do you want? Then we can break it down. Now that you understand how the city moves, let's talk about where you might actually want to live, because each neighborhood, it has its own personality. So choosing the right one is less about price and more about lifestyle. When we look at the neighborhoods, I've broken them down into categories. The first being walkable energy and lake lifestyle. This definitely brings us to the downtown Kelowna North neighborhood. And if we look at it on a map, it's drawn starting at the base of Knox Mountain, runs along the lake all the way to Highway 97 and up Gordon. If we look at what words would describe this neighborhood, well, it's got the lake. You've got walkability, cafes, shopping, Prospera Place, where you're gonna have our Kelowna Rockets and most concerts and things like that, as well as the brewery district. Up next, we have Kelowna South. Now this is an area just south of Kelowna North. And it starts from Highway 97 and goes down to KLO. And you've got the lake all the way up to Gordon Drive. Now this neighborhood can be described as a little bit quieter than downtown, but still has everything you need. It is also home to the hospital and the Pandozzi Village, which gives you a great walkable vibe with all your coffee shops, restaurants, and shopping. Now the last neighborhood in this category is the Lower Mission. And this is where I live, and I absolutely love it. It's a neighborhood that is full of parks like the new DeHart Park. We've got recreation with the H2O Center, beaches that in my opinion are some of the best in all of Kelowna. But what we also have is just a great family-friendly neighborhood. We love getting out and walking to our favorite coffee shops like Bright Jenny and Milkshed. And it's a neighborhood that I think can really fit anyone's lifestyle. Now our next set of neighborhoods we're gonna label is a category of central and ultra convenient. And we're gonna start with Dilworth. Now Dilworth is located north of Highway 97 and east of Glenmore. It's a neighborhood that is situated on Dilworth Mountain, so it has hillside living. But with that, it offers incredible views. The proximity of this neighborhood to all of your amenities is where it really shines. You are a quick 5 to 10 minutes, whether that being to Orchard Park Mall, maybe you're headed to the Glenmore shopping area, or even into the downtown and down to the lake. Up next, we have the area of Springfield and Spall. Now this area is Gordon, east to Benvolin and Springfield, and it's west of Ziprick and bordered by Highway 97. Now this area is legitimately ultra convenient. You've got everything that falls into this with your big box shops, you've got Orchard Park Mall, and yet you've got a mix of older homes and a bunch of condos as well. This is an area that is meant for somebody who maybe doesn't have a car or who needs a lot of walkability. Next is Glenmore. Now this is an area or a neighborhood that is really spread out. It starts east of Gordon and runs all the way to the base of Dilworth Mountain. And then you've got Highway 97 up west through Magic Estates all the way down to the lake. Now this area can fully be defined as family friendly. It's full of schools. You've got 4 elementary schools, a middle school, and then your high school does take you back into the Mission. It's also access to the airport and UBCO. It's got all the amenities you need right in your neighborhood with the Glenmore shopping area. So just north of there, we have North Glenmore. And on a map, we're looking at it starting at about Yates and going all the way down to John Hindle, bordered by Dilworth Mountain and Wilden. This is an area that has a strong mix of townhouse and detached options. You've got great proximity to shopping, UBCO, and the airport, but it also has some newer developments here as well. You're gonna find a ton of families here and lots of great parks. Our next category of neighborhoods is looking at value and growing areas, and we're gonna start with Rutland South. Now, Rutland South goes from Highway 33 down to Ziprick, up Springfield, and stops around Highway 97. Now this area is where you can get more home for your money. You got a mix of older homes as well as some newer areas in there as well. Rutland has a ton of amenities. You have everything you need within this massively large neighborhood. Everything from shopping to restaurants, big box shops, you've got it all. It's a really family-friendly neighborhood, but it also offers a lot of rentals. Next up, we have Rutland North. So this area borders from Highway 33 north to Old Vernon Road and down to Highway 97 and all the way out to Tower Ranch. This area is incredibly well connected. It's an established neighborhood, lots of older detached homes, family friendly. It's also got great access to UBCO and the airport. Moving on to Black Mountain. Now Black Mountain is east of Rutland and it's right on the edge of the city and it straddles Highway 33 as you head out towards Big White. This is a neighborhood that gives you incredible mountain views. You've got established homes as well as new construction and a beautiful golf course right in your neighborhood. Now remember earlier when I said that there's one neighborhood that looks like the obvious choice online but can feel different once you understand the commute reality? Well, this is often the one. Black Mountain checks a lot of boxes on paper. You've got newer homes, views, a golf course, and more house for your money. And for the right buyer, it's fantastic. But here's what changes the experience. If you work downtown or you have kids who are in activities near the core, or you find yourself heading into central Kelowna frequently, the distance and the daily drive, it can become way more noticeable than it first appears on paper. However, if you work remotely or you don't need to be downtown often, or you love that quieter feeling, it can be incredible, amazing. And that's exactly why the Kelowna Clarity Method, it works. It's not about, is this a good neighborhood? But instead, does this neighborhood fit our daily rhythm? Now we're moving on to the University District. This area is on the north end of town, right along the edge, and you're starting at John Hindle Drive, bordered by Glenmore Road, Highway 97, and then it stops right at the Quail and Bear Golf Course. This area surrounds the university, but it also has a golf course right in the heart of it. So it offers an incredible space for people who love to golf or get into the outdoors. You're also adjacent right to the airport. It's basically less than 5 minutes there. And it's really rental friendly. There's lots of rentals there for the university, and there is some newer construction happening in this area too. Our next category is looking at acreages and rural living. And we're starting with Southeast Kelowna. Southeast Kelowna is a huge neighborhood. It is bordered on the west by Benvolin and Stewart Road. To the north is kind of Mission Creek wraps it in. And then to the south and east, you have McCulloch and June Springs. Southeast Kelowna is incredibly rural, but it's within city limits, so you get larger lots. You've got acreages, hobby farms, wineries, and a golf course right within the neighborhood as well. This is an area where if you are looking for space and tranquility, but still want to be close enough to your city amenities, it's a great place to look. Now traveling north, we hit Ellison. This is another rural community that is actually out by the airport. And it is east of Highway 97, north of Old Vernon Road, all the way to Ellison Lake. Now, something really special about Ellison is it is an area where you could actually get incredible lake views and a couple of acres. It's got rural feels, farmland, but it also has a lot of custom homes and it offers incredible privacy. You also do have a golf course right here within, having Tower Ranch and Sunset Ranch, two great golf courses, and there's some master planned little communities within there as well. Our next acreage neighborhood is Joe Rich. Now this is true rural lifestyle. You're heading east on Highway 33, just past Black Mountain, out towards Big White. This neighborhood is open land and mountain setting. You've got a lot of forested areas and a lot of the larger lots here are built up into the hills. Joe Rich doesn't really offer you any amenities, but it is incredibly beautiful. You're about 20 to 30 minutes back into central Kelowna. Now, last up, we have our final category, which is going to be based around views, nature, and master plan communities. And to kick it off, we're looking at McKinley Beach. Now, McKinley Beach is located headed north on Glenmore Road towards Lake Country, and it's just east of Glenmore Road, a pocket community right along the lake. Now, McKinley Beach offers you modern luxury homes with spectacular lake views. It is a master plan community that focuses on nature, but you are about 15 minutes to your closest amenities, so it is a little bit farther removed. Now we're moving on to Wilden. This is another beautiful master planned community, and you're gonna find Wilden north of Glenmore. Bordering on the east side is Clifton Road, and on the west is Glenmore Road. This is a community that is master planned and is completely focused around being energy efficient and working with its natural surroundings. Here you find a lot of detached homes, and you've got some newer construction townhouses as well. There is some commercial development that is headed for this neighborhood, which is going to be incredible. It is a neighborhood where you have endless trails and you're going to find families everywhere. Moving to the south end of the city, we are going to move to an award-winning master planned community called Kettle Valley. Now, this is a neighborhood that is incredibly family-oriented. It is found west of Chute Lake, and actually it's south of Colchina, and west of the Upper Mission kind of completely. This neighborhood, most people walk into and absolutely instantly fall in love. There are people out walking all the time. You have beautiful parks, and you've got a great little general store with a coffee shop and bakery and your local ice cream and pizza place. Sometimes I even refer to it as it looks like it came straight out of a Hallmark movie. The Upper Mission is our next neighborhood. Now, this is an area that is south of Barnaby. It's really south of the Lower Mission, and it borders Kettle Valley on the west side. Here is a neighborhood that I often say is like the postcard of Kelowna. It's a neighborhood that is primarily single-family homes with a little bit of new construction townhouses and condos, but it's a neighborhood that's completely based around incredible lake views. You've got larger homes and a strong family presence here. Moving on to Crawford Estates. This area to the east, it's east of the Lower Mission. On the west side, you have Stewart Road. To the north, you have Crawford Road, and to the south, you're along South Perimeter Way. This neighborhood is definitely upscale and established. You've got larger homes, sometimes even estate feeling homes on larger lots. And you're near Myra Bellevue Park. This has a real executive feel, but it also is wrapped in nature with incredible path systems running through it. I hope this video has given you a clear picture of how Kelowna actually works, because once you understand the roadways and the neighborhood personalities and how the city actually moves, that overwhelm, it starts to settle, and instead you can just become more strategic. And if you are relocating to the area and you want help to just narrow it down to see what area might fit your lifestyle and your goals, reach out. My team and I, we've helped hundreds of people relocate here, and we would genuinely love to help you too. And if you want to go deeper, download our relocation guide. It goes further into detail so that it can help you move forward with confidence. But we're not done yet, because just over the bridge into West Kelowna is a completely different area of Okanagan living. Because in our next video, we are crossing that William R. Bennett Bridge and doing the same thing in West Kelowna. We're breaking down the neighborhoods, the commuting realities, and the lifestyle differences to find out who West Kelowna might actually fit. So stay tuned, because the details, they might surprise you. I'll see you in the next video.